That's why I'm always envious. If you get away from the taser, if a couple of cops blast you and you still make it away and pull those things out, let him go, Murph. He earned it. Subscribe to Guns Blazin Pod.
When we get 1,000 subscribers, we're blowing up a stump.
Yeah, we'll blow up a stump at 1,000 subscribers.
With those simunition rounds, one time we were doing scenarios, and it was at the Top Gun undercover drug school, and I was playing, like one of the bad guys and one of the drug dealers in this house, and what their training is for this scenario is things go bad. I walk in and let the other guys know that I know that dude. He's a cop. I saw him at a trial of one of my friends in court, and then shit goes bad, right? And he gives the abort signal or the rescue signal. He says the magic word, and then the rescue team's got to come in and pull him out. So then you end up in a gun battle with the simunition rounds and stuff. So wait. You have masks and shit on? Yeah, we have like protective eyewear. We got shit to cover our ears, and like 3 layers of clothes. Now you still can catch a round like in the cheek or something like that. So you kind of be careful, but the rule is you don't shoot close up. Right. Yeah. So I am rounding going into another room, and I'm rounding a corner in the doorway, and there was a dude waiting there, and he panics and he unloads like a whole magazine from literally like 8 inches away into my knuckles. Like the first 7 shots went straight into my knuckles. And I was like, motherfucker. And my hands swelled up like they were broken. They had big knots on them and shit. It was the most painful thing next to getting tased that I've ever felt in my life. Like, really? It wasn't as bad as tasing? Probably because it was just focused on my knuckles. Taser, dude, it's a full head to toe body cramp that holds for 5 seconds. That shit is the worst. That's why I'm always envious. If you get away from the taser, if a couple of cops blast you and you still make it away and pull those things out, let him go, Murph. He earned it. Listen, my dude Mitch.
Good job, buddy.
We were chasing this dude one time. He was in a stolen 18-wheeler, right? But we were after him because he was a fugitive. Yeah. So we end up finding him parked in this stolen 18-wheeler in this little bitty town. And we start, he spots our car as a police car. And he, all of a sudden, when we go to pull behind him, he bails and he starts running through town. So we in the truck. No, just on foot. Bails out of the 18-wheeler and he's just running through the streets of this little town. And we're chasing after him. Mitch, way more in shape than me. He runs marathons and shit. So he's on this dude. I'm on him too, but then I start fading back a little bit. I'm like, oh, Uncle Todd's getting tired. And this guy's young and dumb. So he's fast. Well, Mitch is on him, and I'm close enough I can hear Mitch, even though they keep rounding corners and shit. And I hear Mitch go, don't go in there. Don't go in there. Stop. If you don't stop, I'm going to tase you. Don't stop, I'm going to tase you. Stop or I'll tase you. And then all of a sudden, the sound stops, right? But I hear like you dropped a pork chop on the sidewalk. And when I round the corner, there's just blood everywhere. The dude, so what happened was the guy was going to turn and run into this dry cleaner. And he was supposed to be armed and all this stuff. So Mitch's like, I can't let him get in there with those people. Hostages and shit. He hits a taser at a full sprint. The 2 prongs stick in the back of his skull. So he takes a full dose straight to the fucking brain housing group. And at a full sprint, his body just locked up. And when he fell, he hit his head. Now, it was just a superficial head injury. But when when your skin splits, your head bleeds, bro. It bleeds a lot. And I was like, when I round the corner, I was like, oh my God, this guy's dead. And when the guy came through after the charge was done, he was like, you have to tase me. I was like, you stole an 18-wheeler, bro. That's a monster crime. You ran and you got 5 warnings. Mitch, we couldn't, the prongs couldn't get him out. So he had to disconnect them from his taser. And the electrodes, they went with him to the trip to the hospital in the ambulance. The doctor had to, with pliers, get them out of his skull. That's why you always run with the hoodie on, bro.
I probably should run right through the hoodie, but still.
I don't think so.
I want to see how, like, I want to break down of like an up close, like a microscopic situation of how the taser works when it catches your skin. Like, what does it do? What happens?
Here's what happens. So there's two electrodes, right, that are connected to a wire to the gun that's delivering the charge. So you're supposed to hold it and cant it a little bit at like not a 45-degree angle, but like halfway, whatever.
22 and a half.
And when you do that, the idea is when you're at the perfect distance away, one electrode's going to hit you, like, say, up at your shoulder, and the other is going to hit you down toward your belt line. So now the current travels from electrode to electrode throughout your body. Okay. So that covers, like, the charge is going to go through your entire upper torso, and it's going to lock your whole body down in that full body cramp. When they hit too close, like it did in the back of that guy's head, if that would have done that, like it landed in a guy's arm, it might not take him down because the electrodes aren't spread enough apart. Not enough of the meat is getting the charge.
Full shocking.
So, yeah. So it's just letting electricity pass through your body between this electrode and that electrode, and that's what happens. And it's safe, whatever it is. I don't remember. I'm not an electrician, but it's volts kill you, not amps or vice versa. It's the safe one. Like, it won't kill you, but it'll shock the piss out of you. Yeah.
I wonder if there's any street level dealers, street level, average criminals who are out in the streets putting in the work, for the, the ground dudes on the organization.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they've smartened up and they've lined their clothes with anything, or have gotten certain clothes that they found that the taser can't penetrate type shit.
Definitely. Because, like, if you have say you got a hoodie on and then like a bomber jacket or something outside that, it ain't getting through that.
Yeah.
And that's what happens a lot when you see cops get their ass kicked after charge and it doesn't affect the person. It just didn't get through the clothing. So if only one sticks, it don't do anything. Both got to stick. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah.
That's good. That's good to know. I never knew all that shit.
Yeah.